Hi everyone, I'm Kelsie and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing some of my experiences, some things that have happened to me in relation to when Spirit showed me my power. So I guess this all started a very long time ago. I can't remember the exact context, but I do know Spirit kept saying to me, you are more powerful than you know, you're more powerful than you realize, these sorts of things. Can't remember how it started exactly, but it was those sorts of messages that Spirit kept saying to me. And I eventually was like, well, what do you mean? Why do you keep telling me this? You know what it's about. What do you mean I'm more powerful than I realize? Um, Show me if I am so powerful and you're trying to communicate that I am, and that there's more power there that I have yet to discover, then show me, Spirit. So I had this conversation with Spirit where I asked them to show me what it is that they meant about my power, to show me my power effectively. And I just left it at that. I don't know how much space of time there was between this conversation and then the experience that I had. I have absolutely no idea. What I do know is that these sort of experiences usually happen out of the blue when I least expect them to happen, and this was exactly the case. So it was just your normal day. I was actually going through a lot at the time, healing trauma, so it was a very difficult time for me. And I was in a coffee shop just having my herbal tea, doing my own thing, sitting at a table. And I don't even know how it happened. I don't even know where this guy came from, but all of a sudden this guy came out of nowhere and he was choking. And I was just absolutely, paralyzed with shock, horrified, looking at this guy just struggling to get his breath because he was choking. And thankfully, I wasn't the only one there in this cafe. There was loads of other people there. And one guy got up and started doing the Heimlich maneuver, and it was just to no avail, and I just remember feeling so feeling a lot of fear and just horrified watching this unfold, and shocked. And it was just really strange. It was like someone pressed the pause button on the player and time slowed down, and I became this observer. It might have been because I was just so shocked, but I was just in this kind of like observational mode, watching everything unfold. And I heard this voice in my mind saying, save him. Like with all the authority of a general commanding legions of armies, it just came in and it was like, save him. And I didn't even question it because, again, I was, like I said, I was in this observation mode. So normally I would have been like, oh, why am I hearing this? Who is this voice? What do you mean save him? What do I need to do? What can I do? I don't know the Heimlich. It would have been a huge dialogue like that. But because I think I was just paralyzed in that shock energy. I was just observing, so I didn't even question this voice. I just heard it. And later I came to learn that it was my higher self. So I heard this voice say, save him, in my mind. And I felt what I can only describe as like a spark of energy come out of my heart. And it like shot across the room towards the guy who was choking. and I still felt connected to that spark. It was like there was a thread or a cord connecting me to that spark of energy that had come out from me. And it kind of reminded me of, you know, the cords sometimes when I'm doing healings for people, you know, cords form between me and clients because of the healing energy that we exchange and whatnot. It was kind of like that. And this wee spark of energy continued to travel over to the guy that was choking, and it hit him in the chest, and I could feel it that exact moment that it did hit him in the chest. And it was instantaneous, I have to say. As soon as it hit him in the chest, whatever he was choking on came up out of his mouth, and he just threw it out of his mouth. And I was just even more shocked and stunned than before, because I haven't had anything like this happen to me before. I couldn't question it because I saw it with my own two eyes. I felt it. I heard the voice. I experienced the whole thing. The whole thing was slowed down so that I was so tuned in, so I could feel everything. So there was no denying what had happened, that my higher self had commanded my energy and saved this man's life. Like, I couldn't deny that fact, although a part of me wanted to, because a part of me was like, this is just too big for me to accept right now. It's just too unfathomable. And what would happen if I did accept this, that this is the power that I hold? So I kind of put it to one side. I didn't really examine it that much, which is very unusual for me because I do overthink, I do analyze a lot. So it's unusual for me that I didn't analyze this experience that had happened, because I just could feel the truth of it, the what I experienced and what had happened. There was no denying it to myself, really. There was no saying, no, that didn't happen, Kelsie. You're out of your mind, trying to gaslight myself into what had actually happened. There was just none of that. So I didn't analyze it. I didn't look at it later because I was afraid of what I would have to come to terms with if I did accept that this was my power. So I just sort of left it to the side, to be looked at and talked about at a later time, as in like now, and other times along the journey. So that for me was just, I can't even put words on it. It was just an unbelievable experience, something I wouldn't have considered that was possible. And it has been through my work and working with spirit where I definitely feel like spirit opens you up to that realms of impossibility, those things where you think are impossible, and they open you up to the possibility that they are possible. So spirit was very much opening me up and showing me my power in that instance. So I've had something along these lines, not as dramatic as that, thankfully, happen again. I was playing darts, and I hadn't played darts before at this time, and I really wanted to score a bullseye. For whatever reason, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to score a bullseye, even though I had no idea what I was doing. As I said, it was my first time playing darts. Excuse me. So the likelihood of me hitting a bullseye it was very slim. So I set an intention. I set the intention, okay, I want to score a bullseye, at least one, during the duration of this game. And I let it go. And I was just playing as normal. And on one shot, I don't even know what happened, but I just let go of the dart. I released the dart, and because of the other experience, I'm pretty sure I missed the spark of energy coming out of my heart, but I definitely felt it away from me. Like, I could feel that thread and that energy, and the dart, the trajectory of the dart was nowhere near the bullseye. Like, it was kind of dipping towards the lower end of the board, but I could feel that thread of energy had been released from me, and it was almost like that energy lifted the dart up and it hit the bullseye. And it was just unreal, like unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I don't think the people around me could believe it, because like I said, it was my first time playing it. I think they thought it was beginner's luck, but I knew it was because that I had set that intention, and then my energy worked for me in order to manifest that. And I just remember, because usually when I manifest something in the physical, I get what I call a manifestation high. So I was completely euphoric and elated, you know, that I had used my energy to manifest this experience of hitting the bullseye. So I was just on cloud nine, and it was like amazing. But yeah, it was just another example to show you how much power that you actually have, that there is power in your intention, that you have power in your energy field to change your physical reality in ways that you couldn't even imagine. And I feel like this has been kept from us, that we do not know how powerful that we really are. Because having these experiences, especially the first one, really opened my eyes to my own power. I still, I guess, struggle to come to terms with it sometimes, because it's like, oh my goodness, that's just mad. That amount of power is just mad. And I know I've done some work around, you know, fearing my power and this sort of thing as well. But yeah, it's a difficult one to get your head around and come to grips with. And I guess it's because of a lot of the messaging as well, to say that we're not powerful, that we can't do these things, you know, you don't have special powers, when actually that's the opposite. You do. That you are more powerful than you realize, like my guides had tried to tell me, and indeed have in fact shown me that you can command your own energy, and by doing that you can change your reality, whether it's in the physical or your own physical body, with your intentions, with health, manifesting things, whatever the case may be, saving a person's life, which is just beyond the realms of possibility, personally for me. So I just wanted to make this video, mostly because Spirit had said it was time to share these experiences with you. And it's, I guess this video is a portal, I'm hearing, and an activation to remind you in order for you to remember your power. That you are more powerful than you realize. You might be more powerful that you can fathom, and to open yourself up to the possibility that you are powerful. So yeah, some magical, miraculous experiences there. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And other than that, thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.